Hello everyone, welcome to Homeschool Autism Life. My name is Jamie, and this week's video I wanted to chat a little bit about the SonRise program and screens. Now if you don't know what the SonRise program is it's a home-based therapy program made by parents with a child with autism, and the amazing thing is that they had a complete recovery of their child using this program. And one of the main proponents, or one of the main ideas is that you take a lot of the distractions away so that they can really focus on the relationships, because autism is a social relational disorder where they struggle to interact in this world. Sorry, there's like a hair on my face. It's one of the things that I really understand it. I understand the principle of it. And oftentimes I wish that I could take everything away, bundle it up, and make it all disappear. But I wanted to be very honest and very real and very optimistic, but also just understand the situations that there are. And so I wanted to kind of give again, I'm not affiliated with the SonRise program in any way, shape, or form other than that we love it and use it for our son. But I wanted to give people an idea of what this actually looks like in practice for our family. If your family is different, yay, hooray for you guys. But I wanted to explain what happens here in our house. So one of the big things that we struggled with right from the very beginning was Darrion wasn't diagnosed until he was 7. And that affected a lot of things because there wasn't we tried to keep screens, to a minimum with our kids, but we never shied away from them either. We did a lot of leapfrog stuff when they were kids, and he still, at 14 years old, still loves watching Numberland and Shateville Park and all of these things. We used to have little tablets that they would play with, things like Splurgle, where it's a water molecule that you're putting through pipes and he turns into steam and ice. Like learning games and stuff was a lot of things that we did. We used to watch Sesame Street. We were trying really hard in our not knowing what was going on exactly to encourage his speech. And a lot of those programs were teaching things like the letters and the letter sounds and all of those things. So it was a big thing that we had already kind of cemented in our family as part of our family dynamic. Then you add on, my husband is a huge movie buff. That's one of the things he enjoys most. It's also one of the things he enjoys most to do with the girls in particular. Darrion still hasn't moved past some of the things that he really likes, like Minions and Sesame Street and whatever. So he's not really into the Lord of the Rings like my husband is. But it's one of the things that our family kind of has this culture of really enjoying those entertainments. So for me, sometimes being the one in charge of the home-based therapy program, I want to go around the house and grab the computers and the phones and the tablets and all of the things and make them just disappear. And yet that's not actually actionable if you want to maintain a healthy family environment. The other part of the issue for me is if my son is not busy, then he is often, Pepsi. Look at that, a Pepsi.
Put it in the garbage.
Put it in the garbage.
Look at these.
Yeah, maybe I should talk about the sugar too.
Mommy, look at these.
Yeah, I see it. Blue raspberry Pepsi. Sours. So another thing that I have found really difficult is, if he is not in the living room with his stuff, then he often, there'll be a windstorm outside and he's throwing papers out the back door and watching them swirl around, or he's dumping soap that he finds and he throws it in the toilet, or he pours it down the sink, and we should buy shares in soap. When he was much younger, he also used to elope, and it was a big concern. And so one of the things that I have found over the years of looking after my Darrion is that he needs that stimulus to kind of tie him, because otherwise I'm not homeschooling my girls and I am not looking after the house, because you know that you can't keep two eyes on your child 100% of the time. So does that mean my SonRise program is dead? Does that mean that he won't develop and change and grow? No, I can tell you from experience that is not the case. It's really easy for our mom brains to go, but we're not doing enough and we need to do better and we need to help them develop now, because now is the time. And I've struggled with that a lot, if I am perfectly honest, because I always am looking at going, my output equals his possible futures. And that's a burden that is way too heavy to bear for anybody. So if you are a SonRise mom who is finding it difficult to take away the screens, take away the computers, take away the TV, I understand. And I've just had to come to peace with it, because I recognize that if I am not in a healthy place, I am running myself ragged, then I am no good to him at all whatsoever. Let me say that again. If I am not at, some form of health, if I'm running around like crazy, A, stressing myself out, or B, chasing him around to make sure that he is not getting into something or disappearing or whatever, and I need that screen to maintain a certain amount of health, then I can actually be of more benefit to him doing that than taking it all away. And so that's something that I've learned over the course of several years. And I hope that I can just blanket it over you, over your households, because it has become something that I've learned to live with. Not because I want him to continue to have tons and tons of screen time. I hope that as he gets older, I'll be able to scale it back more. But I also understand that it is a really important job that we have as SonRise parents, is to make sure that our kids have our attention and have us be in those SonRise playrooms with energy and excitement and enthusiasm. And if I've spent the whole day chasing him around and making sure that he isn't getting into something or whatever, I'm not going to have all of the 3 E's to make that even doable. So yeah, I hope that my honesty and my coming right, he spends most of his time on a screen. The one thing that I am super happy with, though, is that he does it in the living room, in the general area that we are. So I know he hears every lesson that I give the girls. I know that the reason why I know is because he will comment or correct mommy's language. So for instance, we did the space unit from Gather Round Homeschool with my girls. Every time I said space, he was like, "Mommy, space." So I don't know what he is gleaning all the time, but I know that he hears it. I know he's in our area. And I really hope that this encouraged you if you're finding yourself struggling and wishing that you had the SonRise program, the Autism Treatment Center of America right in your backyard, so that you could just be like, and we're going to go here where there is no screens. And we're going to have lots of awesome helpers and people to talk with you and help you grow and stretch and be awesome. If that's not your where you are. If you do not live in Sheffield, Massachusetts, and I don't even know if they still do that, but if you aren't that person who lives in their backyard, it is okay to do what you need to make those times that you do the SonRise program be as meaningful and as impactful as possible. So that's it for today. I hope that that has been helpful and encouraging, and thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, and we will chat to you next time. Bye.